Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I'm George. We're all George. So, welcome to another week. Welcome to a market open stream. The bull market is definitely here. We have seen a massive rally over this weekend for many crypto projects. A lot of alts are pumping. Random alts are pumping. And we got to talk about them, why they are doing so now. What's going to happen this week? Are we going to see more rallies? Let's discuss. Let's discuss what to expect this week. What are we going to see with Bitcoin? Is there anything that will disrupt anything this week? Or are we just going to go straight up to the moon? Let's discuss everything. All right, let's do it. Welcome, guys. Hopefully you guys are doing good. I am feeling good. I am doing awesome. As you guys probably heard me in my Sunday walk video, I am very excited about this week. Last night it started. I guess Asia woke up and got really excited, or the whales got excited. Man, we saw so many projects start pumping up to the moon. Okay, right now we're opening up the week at 90,000 Bitcoin, 9,500. That is perfectly okay. Like I've been saying, and yesterday especially, 90,000 Bitcoin is so high. I still like, I still can't believe it. Just a month ago, we were still complaining about 60, 70,000 Bitcoin. But now we're 90,000. We're going to cross that 100K barrier soon. But what we're seeing is a resurgence of many projects, crypto projects, and they are coming back full force. We're seeing so many start moving up. Look at freaking XRP up 100% in the last week alone. 100% in the last week. Solana joining in the game 11% in last week. You got Cardano up 25% in last week. Dogecoin up 27% in last week. We're getting so many movers. Pepe up 72% in the last week. We're getting so many moving. Hedera up 119%. Just 33% in the last day alone. Things are getting nutty. Remember, I talked about AI plays just last night about because something's coming up this week. 13% today. It's getting real exciting, guys. Getting really exciting. If you're not feeling the FOMO, well, you're about to, because it's going to get a lot crazier from here on out till the end of this year, and wait until 2025. That's when things will get even crazier. This is just the beginning. This is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to FOMO. It's going to get a lot crazier, guys. Now, the broader market, it's kind of stale right now. We know Powell put a dampen on things last week. Is he going to dampen this week? I don't know. Maybe not. MicroStrategy is still going up. Coinbase down a little bit. We'll see if both flips in a green this week. I think both are going to probably go flip. I think today they're both going to flip in a green because there's nothing going to stop crypto today. Okay, there's nothing going to stop it today. NVIDIA is going to be the big earnings for this week, even though there are many things reporting, many companies reporting this week. But NVIDIA is the big one. I mentioned that. They're reporting at the end of Wednesday. Obviously, a big AI. It's a big AI themed earnings. So obviously, if NVIDIA does well, that means the whole AI industry is going to do well, which most likely it will. And then, you know, a lot of crypto projects I mentioned that relates to AI will probably do well. And leading up to it, if you're speculating, a lot of the AI plays, crypto AI plays, will probably be putting two and two together, will probably go up because people are speculating prior to the earnings. I'm guessing. That's why we're seeing like render go up, 8% in a single day because of it. We'll see. And if NVIDIA does spectacular once again with its earnings, then we could see a lot of crypto AI projects blow up afterwards. We'll see. But that's how it relates to crypto. And then for the rest of this week, we got a lot of other economic data. But, I personally think Powell does not like what's happening right now on two fronts. Number one, he does not like he does not like Trump. And number two, he doesn't like how the market got really hot after election. So I have a feeling like he's trying to again, kind of like curb the buying. So that's why he said what he said on Friday. So right now, in terms of the next rate cut, there's it's almost 50-50, but still leaning towards another rate cut, which will be fantastic. So if we close out the year with another rate cut, another 25 basis point cut, that's adding fuel to the fire. That's going to be absolutely great. That's what we want. We still have 2 weeks left of this month. Okay. So last week was awesome. This week will be, I think, just as awesome. And then imagine the next 2 weeks being awesome. And then we have a full December of FOMO-ness of awesome. And then you'll compound that with a rate cut and the Santa rally. Man, it's going to get good. It's going to get really good. It might be too good. It might get like too greedy, on the fear and greed index. It might get too greedy, but we'll have to see. I mean, it's starting to get, this thing I've been saying about feeling dirty. I don't know if you guys are feeling it. It's starting to get there now. Like all these things are pumping 20% every day now. I think you guys are feeling it now a little bit. Like you just check your portfolio and just like things that randomly are pumping 20% or 100% in a week. It's getting kind of crazy, right? But this is why I've been telling you guys to stay in the game for this. You've been holding for like 8 months of this year where it's been flat, right? Now you're being rewarded. In a single month, it's made up for that staleness, right? This is why you hold. Now, Saylor understands this concept. He's like, I need more green dots. I need to buy more. And this guy's a madman. Out of nowhere, he just acquired another $4.6 billion worth of Bitcoin. I don't know how he has so much money just laying around, another $5 billion worth. That's just, where did he get this? I don't know. Did he raise more money? I don't know where he raised $5 billion from. So he bought another 52,000 Bitcoins. Now he holds 331. He's really in competition with BlackRock. He really wants to catch up really fast. And, I guess he doesn't want to lose to Larry Fink. Like, that's a crazy amount now. 331,000. I mean, he was just at 200 something thousand. Now he's above 331,000, not thousand, 331,000 Bitcoin. I mean, he's just going nuts right now, going nuts. And that's why his stock keeps going up and up and up and up and just not stopping, right? And he's setting a great example for all companies out there. Like, hey, this is the winning strategy. Just continue to DCA no matter what. For us retail investors, maybe like me, this is why I'm like a little bit fearful now of Bitcoin because it's so darn expensive. It's like, it's getting so hard to accumulate. But for these guys that have billions or, millions, You know, getting Bitcoin 100K is still nothing to them. So they're going to keep on accumulating. MicroStrategy obviously have. Metaplanet has been following. So now they're announcing a 11.3 million debt sale to buy additional Bitcoin. It has been working for them. They are the hottest stock in Japan. Their growth is like 10,000% now year to date. And they are crushing it. They are doing exactly the same thing at a smaller scale, but their numbers are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. People were laughing at them. Some Bitcoiners were like, oh, you know, they're only buying a few million of Bitcoin, but they're adding up. Pretty soon, they're going to have hundreds of millions of dollars of the Bitcoin, and pretty soon that's going to turn to hundreds of millions and billions soon. They are doing exactly the same thing, and it's working, and I don't know why everyone else doesn't do the same thing. Although there are a lot of others that are doing it. Semler Scientific is doing the same thing. Purchased 17.7 million. Okay. And Mara, $700 million. That's a big deal. They are doing the same thing. And of course, there are countries. We know what Trump is doing, but there's a Polish candidate that promises to adopt Bitcoin if he wins the election. So now you got presidential candidates that are using Bitcoin as a political key point to try to like win the elections, to win the country over. Think about that. Think about how crazy that is. That's like a key topic now for candidates to actually make that a key point when trying to get elected. Has that ever happened in history? No, I don't think so. That's just mind-boggling when you think about it. That's really, really mind-boggling, right? And of course, we know that in the US, we're talking about making Bitcoin a strategic reserve, but Senator Loomis is going beyond that. She's talking about, hey, not only that, what if we start selling off our gold reserve and buying Bitcoin with that? That's crazy. You know how much gold we have? We have 8,000 tons of gold. I don't know what that equates to, but that has to be a ton. 8,000 tons worth. Hundreds of billions, trillions. I don't know how much dollars that equates to. But imagine if we started selling off gold. I don't even get the purpose of it anymore. Maybe some of you guys that are smarter than me can explain. I realized the purpose of gold before because we needed gold to be able to print dollars. When, once upon a time, we needed gold because there was a ratio. Like you need a certain amount to print dollars. Now we don't need to have that. So what's the point of hoarding so much gold? I don't get the concept of it. So what is the point of having mountains of gold? And every country does it. But I don't see the purpose of it anymore. It's like, what do you do with that gold? You don't trade it. You don't ever, like, as a country, we don't say, hey, take our 1,000 tons of gold and give us something. Like the US never does that. We don't use it for trade. We just use it as like bragging rights. We have more gold than China. Like, but what is the purpose? We don't sell it for jewelry as a country, like in our stockpile. Like I still don't get the purpose of it. So yeah, why not sell some off and increase our Bitcoin reserve, right? It makes sense, unless someone can tell me legitimately why, as a country, we should keep increasing the 8,000 tons to 9,000 tons to 10,000 tons. I don't know why we need that. Someone says stability. Stability of what? We don't use it to back anything. We don't back the dollar. We don't back anything with the 8,000 tons. Anyways, moving beyond that, what else is there? This is the first time in history, not only do we have presidential elections and candidates talking about Bitcoin, that this is the first time we're going to have Bitcoin as a strategic reserve. We're also, from a metric perspective, this is the first time in history that Bitcoin reserve on exchanges is dropping. For the first time in history, we have never had that before. That's significant. So if you discount everything else, you don't care about anything else, know that this is the only cycle so far that the reserve is going down. That means supply shock is happening. I've been talking about this for quite some time, and people have always laughed at it saying, well, so what? If the supply shock is happening, why is the price not going up? Well, the price is going up now, and it's only going to keep on going, especially when countries and ETFs continue to soak up most of the supply, and the Saylors of the world and everyone else in between continue to soak up the supply. This is why it's significant. And you could see how significant the reserve is going down. It's going down pretty darn quickly. These guys are no joke. They're starting to put all their money in, and we are dropping extremely quick. So at some point, when it starts really dropping like a rock, then Bitcoin's price is really going to start skyrocketing, right? It's going to happen. It's starting to happen already. That's why I'm a little fearful about the price of Bitcoin already. I don't mind if it stays here. Like, yes, I would like to see it go above 100,000. I would like to see it, I like to see Bitcoin close at 110, 125. Yes, I'd like to see that happen. But you know what? We're mid-November. I have no problem Bitcoin stays at where it's at, 90,000, and close it out for the November. I would love to see the alts continue to go up and have Bitcoin stay here and then go above in December. If we just continue to skyrocket right now, man, it's just it's just getting a little bit too nutty. So I would like to see that consolidation right now. However, these whales are, you know what? They do not care. These ETFs do not care. They keep on accumulating. Here's another whale that just bought besides Saylor. I mean, Saylor's the ultra mega whale, right? Like, but you have smaller whales with their, with their millions or tens of millions. Here's a $7 million buy. And obviously, I've been talking about this. Why all these random alts are moving up is because whales are now using their stable coins, right? There's no doubt about it. We have 100 billion plus stable coins that's been sitting on the sidelines, and people been using them to buy random projects. I said that yesterday in my Sunday walk video. Besides the obvious ones that have pumped already, and they're still going up, but we have all these oldies that started going up also, right? It's because the whales are now saying, okay, this may be the time to be putting money into these past projects, and now we're starting to see up. Let's see them go up randomly. And this is the beginning signs of like a mini altcoin season. That is really good. This is what makes it exciting. So just the last few things about Bitcoin, and then we could do Q&A and look at some of these other projects. But you know what? You guys have seen this before. We're at the very, very, very beginning stage of the bull market, okay? We got so much to go. I think most of you guys forget that we are in the halving year still. We're not in the final year. Halving years, normally, yes. The very last few months is good, but it's nothing compared to the final year. Okay, you could see. Yes, we have a little rally. Normally speaking, around this time is when Bitcoin kind of breaks through its previous high, which of course we have done and shattered through. But man, next year, 2025, is when we go to the moon. Okay, so as exciting as it's been so far, next year is when the life-changing wealth is made. Okay, right now, we're kind of like, yeah, in the recovery phase. Some of you guys may be at all-time highs already with your portfolio. It's great. You're feeling good. But the true like life-changing wealth, the ones that could break you out of your chains of 9 to 5 and set you free on your path, you know, that can really change your life. That's coming next year. That's 2025. That's 2025. And you know, that's when Bitcoin, you know, goes up to 230, 250, 300,000 and beyond. And that's when, you know, that's when it gets real crazy indeed. And that's when all these alts, you know, most of them, not most, but a lot of them will be hitting, you know, their previous highs and breaking above. And of course, Bitcoin will too. All right. That's pretty much it. Let's see. The US market, kind of flat still. MicroStrategy is still killing it. Coinbase is not. Kind of weird. Sometimes Coinbase just goes the opposite direction of MicroStrategy, which makes no sense. I don't know why Wall Street likes to beat up on Coinbase. I mean, when everyone's buying crypto, why would Coinbase be going down? I mean, that makes no sense. Who else is up and down? Mara's taking an absolute beating right now, down 8%, 9%. See, this is why someone asked me about Mara. Should I buy Mara versus MicroStrategy? That's why this was like a few months ago. I'm like, no, just buy MicroStrategy. Nothing outperforms MicroStrategy, and this is a good reason, but it even outperforms Coinbase. Tesla still on fire. And then, yeah, as for everything else, Bitcoin is still holding. You got like H-bar freaking doing a 35%. You know, like yesterday, I don't know if you guys could see, it's very hard, but on the side here, I've been tracking some of the hottest plays, like memes. I've been tracking memes. Memes have not been doing very well. Okay. I mean, out of the week, yes, but like the last few days in terms of like daily performance, memes have gotten weaker, but like a lot of the money went into like a lot of the chains. For example, H-bar has been absolutely killing it, 35% in the last day. You got Algorand picking up out of the blue, up 16%. Oldie but goodie. Actually, you know, I don't want to like jump on a bandwagon. I've never been a big fan of Algorand, but for traders, awesome, 16%. VeChain up 9% all of a sudden, right? ADA yesterday was up a lot more, still up about 5%. You got XRP up 8% still. You got a lot of these that are moving tremendously right now. So you got a lot of great projects. And Sol too. Sol jumped up. Sol, look at this jump right here. Sol jumped up like 8-9% yesterday. It's up about 2% today. And then you got like Near. Near's up about 4% today. Slow and steady movement. You got a lot of great movers right now. But H-bar is definitely the biggest winner of today. And it's still going too. All right. Let's do some Q&A. I was looking at AVAX. AVAX is one of those that hasn't moved yet, but I think it can be a candidate for a giant move. Oops, I was in mute. Lottie sent a test super chat. Okay. And then Marco asked, if you had to guess, what would be the best time to take 50 to 100% of BTC profit? I would say after 150K. That's when it'd be a good time to take profit. Raymond Barglow, did you get into H bar? I hope you did, bro. I did not. I don't hold an H bar, but I've been trading it. I didn't make that much by trading H bar because it was already so hot already, but I did catch it a little bit. I caught it a couple times. So I made it a little bit. You know, when you have like big volatility, like, you know, I've been trading a lot more recently. When you have big volatility and movement, it's really easy to make these swing trades. It's really good. Like on like low volume days, you try, you just make nothing. But like last night, and I think today, it's gonna be very easy to make these trades. Lottie sends another super chat. Any reason why AVAX still underperforming with BlackRock expanding RWA? Should be way higher. I'm gonna give you guys a real insider information about AVAX. And this is one of the reasons why I believe SUI started going up big time. So I'm going to say it first. And I don't know when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. A lot of these major projects, they do OTC deals with a lot of, you know, KOLs and content creators. AVAX is doing one right now. They're trying to solidify it. And once that's done, you're going to see a lot of creators come out with AVAX content. And that may push it up. So that is probably going to happen soon. AVAX might go up even beforehand because now we're starting to see all these chains randomly go up because of the whales. But I'll tell you that is being circulated right now. So AVAX will probably go through something like that soon. Just to throw that out there. So that's a little tidbit. But like, yeah, right now AVAX has not moved at all. But I would not be surprised if pretty soon you go start seeing that momentum upwards, just like all these others. Freedom is asking, do you guys think ETH will go back to all-time high? Yes. Why is it lagging? Because of Solana. Solana is eating away its lunch. That's why. The Shamus, I still believe Bonk will hit 30 billion market cap. What is Bonk at? $30 billion. Yeah, just less than 10x. I'll give you that. Like a 7x, 8x, that could certainly be possible, yes. Nothing wrong with that prediction. Still fading liquid finance and move to #1 on Cardano. Sure. Sure. If you like liquid, sure. There are better plays, in my opinion. No, it's not my opinion. If you like it, fine, but I'm just eyeing other plays. Let's just put it that way. Is Fetch still good for AI plays? Yes, it's one of the best. So like Render is really starting to move. And I think it's, you know, speculation on what's coming up for this week for NVIDIA and also in general for AI. So Render is a big one. And FET is another one. FET is, and that's on Coinbase too. But FET recently, I think it's just because people are confused on all these mergers and everything. They did a 3-company merger and they want to do another 3-company merger. And people are like, I think people are just really confused on what's going on. To be quite honest, I'm even confused because they're trying to do another 3-company merger. So until it's all done, I think it's just mass confusion right now. So I think another better play right now is probably Render. Render, and it's on Coinbase. I think being on Coinbase definitely helps. So it's a good Good breakout right now. Ashley, thank you. What do you think about Clover Finance? It could be easy moneymaker if it goes and hits last cycle. I'm not that familiar with Clover Finance. 88 million. It is what, last cycle. Ouch. Ouch. If it's this far off from last cycle, it seems like there's something wrong. It is so far off from last cycle. I think there's something wrong there. There's something wrong. It's still down like 99%. Yeah, I think there's something wrong with this. I don't know what, but there's something not right. Do you think positive earnings report from NVIDIA will boost probably Near? Yes, because Near is also AI play. I mentioned that. Near recently has been doing well. I mean, if you look at this, starting from like October, they had a big move. They came down a little bit, but overall, they're one of the big boys now at number 20. So I think they're part of the AI, kind of like indirectly. They said they're going to move more into AI. So yeah, I think they could be part of that. Is LimeWire a good buy? Pumped 100%. I've never really followed LimeWire. I think they changed so much. They went from a torrent play to, did they go into AI play now? I forgot what direction they went into. Up 70% almost. Are they in AI now? No. Oh, yeah, they are. They're like a chat assistant thing. Okay. Tell me about NVIDIA. I don't want to log in. Okay, so they are like a chat assistant thing. Okay, that's pretty cool. So they really went in a different direction. Yeah, so they're definitely, like I said, ahead of the NVIDIA earnings. They're blowing up right now. People are speculating. This could be a good play. I just don't know I'll log in later and test it out. I don't know how good it is, or just like use a ChatGPT as a backend. It's not on Binance or Coinbase. Its biggest exchange is Bybit. That may hold it back a little bit. It needs to be on bigger exchanges. Yeah, it needs to be on bigger exchanges. But that could be a good AI play, actually. Freedom. That could be actually be a good AI play. Really low cap, under 100 million. If this one gets listed on Coinbase, for example, it will blow up. That's actually not bad. That's not bad. Revelcraft, I'm only 5x away from my 2025 goal. Congrats. Congrats. HBAR right now is so volatile. If you're trying to like trade HBAR, watch out. It's like 1 minute you're like up here, another minute you're down here. It's so volatile to try to trade HBAR because of how fast it moves. But you know, others are pretty steady. Cardano's pretty easy trade. XRP's pretty easy trade. Bitcoin's pretty easy. But some of these others are just like quite hard. Memes right now have like completely, um, you know, like they're standstill now. Doge stopped moving. WIF stopped moving. Bonk stopped moving. Pepe stopped moving. You know, like all the money shifted from memes into the L1s and L2s. And I don't mind that. Actually, you know, a lot of guys that hold L1s, L2s, they always question like, why am I holding these when I could just make more money on memes, you know? But this is the reason. Sui was doing very well. Now Sui took a break, but it's good because look at how far Sui pumped. It went from a $2 range. Now it's almost $4. So it's good that it's taking a breather. You could see it from a chart perspective, like it's overbought. But once it cools down, um, it'll start moving again. Terry says, I have 120K in Doge and Shiba. Should I sell something else or I'm trying to get to 500K? I can't give you financial advice. I mean, even if you didn't move, like I think by the end of the market, you'll probably still get to 500K. But there's probably others that will move faster. H bar's looking like it's going to have another big pump. If you look at H bar, it's severely, severely overbought. Okay, look at it on a daily scale. RSI's at 90 already. It should be cooling off, but there's so much FOMO into it right now. It's not. Like on the 4 hour, it started cooling off a little bit. 1 hour, it's kind of okay. So there's just a lot of FOMO right now. So you look at the 1 hour, it tried to cool off, and then it just like went right back up. There's so much FOMO on H bar right now. But if you go to the daily, it's extremely, extremely overbought. So, you know, I don't know what to say about H bar. If you're buying it for long-term play, it's definitely going to continue to go up. But if you're trying to buy it like you know, midterm, it's probably at some point going to sell off a little bit. But short term, because of the FOMO, it could probably still keep going. But midterm, at some point, it's going to slow down. Did I miss some? Can you look at arc block? I've looked at arc block before. Had a pump earlier in March. I've looked at this before. To be honest, I haven't kept up with it. It seems like they're into like a lot of stuff. NFT Studio, they have a Web3 kit, they have a DID system. Their whole like framework, it looks like. Yeah. It's on Coinbase, which is good. Anything on Coinbase is good because when there's FOMO, it's just go like FOMO like crazy, like kind of like what happened in March, but really no momentum at this time. It's just a project like this seems more like it's a B2B play, Dana. So retail investors won't really care unless the price bumps. But overall, as a project, they're more of a business to business project, so it's a little bit boring. But hey, if it starts pumping, it doesn't really matter. People buy it anyways. The biggest benefit I would say is it's listed on Coinbase. Probably because it's incubated by Coinbase or invested by Coinbase. That's why. Thoughts on red, green, number 22 on deck screen, Solana meme. I'm not going to look at that. What are your thoughts on ICP going forward? You know what? I don't like ICP, but I have a feeling ICP is going to pump because it's one of those chains that has made a name for itself. So, and it's on Coinbase. I have no doubt ICP is going to pump soon. Like, it looks like it did. And then it sold off. So like, well, that was back in March. I have a feeling ICP, kind of like Algorand and that, you know, how they just recently pumped. I have a feeling ICP is going to do that soon. I think you're going to see ICP break out. Just because it's a big name. Some people used to love it. It's a big 2021 chain. I don't know. I have no inside information about it other than I think whales are going to try to pump it, and you're probably going to see something like that happen soon. Yeah, but I don't like ICP. I don't like it at all. But I do think you're probably going to see something happen with it. MicroStrategy just never stops. Just keeps on ticking. Keeps on going. Man, look at Tesla. Tesla up 8% today. The entire market right now is carried by Tesla and MicroStrategy. Coinbase probably go flip into green today too. And Bitcoin is go crack 91 again. Vet. A lot of people ask me about Vet. I'm like, you know what? I'm not so sure about the new sustainability direction. You know, about picking up garbage and stuff. But you know what? It does not matter. The whales decided to like just put their money into Vet. And it's up 12% today. 11%, 12%. Doing very well. Picked up momentum again. So that's great to see. SNEC just hit a new high. I didn't even pay attention. SNEC up 20% today. Probably because Cardano. Cardano going up. SNEC is going to go up. Good for SNEC. I still have my whole case of SNEC energy drink that I have not drank yet. So I still have that. Good for SNEC though. Raid Cab. I haven't been around much. What are your thoughts on Matic? Not great. Not great. They're going through some transition that's causing a lot of confusion right now between Pol and Matic, and I haven't been hearing great things from the developer side either. However, maybe they're going to get some help from the whales right now. You know, maybe the whales are going to pump some money into Matic or Pol now. Yeah. Pol Porter, one coin you think could pump 10x? Almost all of these. Almost every single one could do a 10x. I don't know. Like, almost all these can. Solana's probably too big to do a 10x. Solana probably could do a 5x. You know, for me, I would, a safe bet would be like Solana, at least a 5x. But like a 10x, oh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't, something that's like more like down here. Like, I could very well see like a meme like Bonk or Whiff do a 10x. I could see something like Stacks or Injective or maybe a VeChain. Radium, you know, one of these, Jupiter. I could see one of these doing 10x in this cycle. Little, Beam, Gala. No, not Gala. Yeah, a lot of these could do a 10x. Gus, why do you not like ICP? They so many reasons. They're not truly open source. They're not. They force people to use their ID system, so you're not really anonymous either, and it's very not centralized. It's very centralized, and they really botched their launch too. There are a lot of many things I don't like. Jolamas, any chance of Cosmos breaking out? There's always a chance. In a bull market, even the worst coins with the worst tokenomics can break out. That's just reality. Thoughts on the fights this past weekend? Are you talking about IFC fights? I loved them. The biggest one I loved was the first one, Maze. He's just like he's not a really big influencer, but him versus Kurt, he showed some really good kicks and throws, a knee to the face. I love that one. Other ones were good too, but you know, not big names. It was a smaller event in Thailand, so Casey had a smaller event, so we had to fill those. I had to fill those fights up really quick. So the next big one is going to be in before I forget, Doodles had a big one. Doodles had a knockout against Skywalker, so we haven't had a knockout, a KO in IFC in a long time, so that was good. And then we have Postmaster versus all you Sneck guys. Heck the Sneck, Postmaster won against Heck, which was a surprise. I thought Heck was gonna win. Oh, are you talking about the Tyson fight? Oh, I think you're probably talking about the Tyson fight. Sorry, I thought you were asking about the IFC fight. The Tyson fight was just disastrous. I don't even want to talk about it because I'm so mad about it. The Tyson fight was just really, really bad. Afterwards, it came out Tyson could not throw any uppercuts. In order for him to get paid his 20 million, it had to go at least 7 rounds. If it was under 3 rounds, he would get paid basically nothing. So, like, I get it. Like, after 3 rounds, he was out of gas. Like, it was clearly obvious after 3 rounds, he couldn't move anymore. His legs were done. But in the first 2 rounds, especially the first round, it looked like him. And he had to pull back. The first round, he was so aggressive, Jake kept, like, hugging him. Like, while Jake was hugging him, if he threw his uppercuts, he could have knocked him out so many times in the first round. That's what everyone said. If Tyson was going to knock him out, it would be in the first round. He could have knocked Jake out in the first round, but he was not allowed to throw uppercuts. And second of all, if he wanted to get paid, he can't knock him out in the first round. So the whole thing was a scam. Like, after I found out all those stuff, I got really pissed off. Like, it was just really stupid. It was a legit fight. Like, he could have knocked him out in the first round. You saw Jake was actually legitimately scared in the first round. And even the second round, he did well. But after the third round, it was clear that Tyson was just like too tired and he couldn't move anymore. And then it was clear that Jake actually was trying not to knock Tyson out after the third round. 3 through 8, Jake was not trying to knock him out, which is good on him. But the first 2 rounds, Tyson could have knocked him out easily if it was a normal fight. But it was a scam. I'll agree. After starting from round 3 to 8, Jay could have knocked him out anytime. It was clear. Tyson was done. He was out of gas. Especially in round 3. At one point, it seemed like Tyson was so dazed, Jay could have knocked him out. Like, I saw that. Like, he had his hands down. He could have knocked him out. Jake was a good sport to purposely back it off from round 3 to 8. That was clear. But the first 2 rounds, Tyson could have knocked him out, and he didn't. Whatever deal they had basically prevented him from doing so. And there was a lot of, I mean, you see, there's so many replays, so many analysts that showed that there's so many opens that Tyson could have taken, but he didn't. Like, he pulled himself back on purpose. It was just a scam fight on both sides, I guess. They just put out a show for Netflix. Netflix got what they wanted. They made hundreds of millions, and both fighters made their tens of millions. Yeah, Tyson kept biting his glove, but at that point, it didn't matter. Tyson was biting his gloves in the later rounds, which he couldn't move anymore, anyways. So, I mean, what really mattered was in round 1 and round 2. Round 1, he could have done it. Round 2, he still had gas left. Round 3 and beyond, it didn't matter. Even if he wasn't biting his glove, he couldn't move enough to really do anything. But round 1 and 2, he could have done it. But I'm sure the contract stated that if he won in round 1, he would have got like nothing. Because the contract said so. That's why. Pelagic. It was stated that Tyson would only get the full amount if the fight went at least 7 rounds. And if it was under 3 rounds, he would get almost nothing. That's the way the contract was written. And he only did it for the paycheck. So obviously, he's going to make it last 7 rounds. Yeah, in the first round, you'll notice that Jake not only kept hugging Tyson because he was actually getting hit and hurt, and he kept like moving away. But, you know, if you watch when Tyson was younger, in his younger days, when people tried to hug him, he would throw vicious uppercuts and knock him out. But because he can't throw uppercuts, and that was in the contract, he couldn't do anything about it. It was just frustrating. I don't know why you guys asked me about it. I don't want him to talk about it because I get so mad thinking about it. I just want to forget about it and just talk crypto. And then, Logan Paul didn't show any respect. And that got me more pissed. Obviously, Tyson's like 60 years old, beyond his prime, way beyond his prime. So when, Tyson, jokingly said, yeah, I want to challenge Logan next. Logan's like, yeah, I'm going to beat your ass or I'm going to destroy you. No, no, of course, right? But like, you show some respect. It's like when they had Ali one time in front of Tyson and they asked Tyson, hey, do you think it could be Ali? He's like, he just didn't answer. And he's like, you know what? I wouldn't be here without Ali. Like, that's showing respect, right? And Logan just, being a POS, just saying, yeah, you don't want to fight me, I'll destroy you. Like, that was stupid too. That's not going to happen. After watching that, they can't set up a Logan versus Tyson fight. No one will watch it because that was such a disastrous thing. Unless they go get Tyson into the WWE to wrestle against Logan, unless they're trying to set that up. And that would be even a bigger disaster. Vatican. Hey George, is there a tool to see what price a coin was heavily purchased at? That's a good question. I'm sure there is, but not a free one. You probably have to pay for it. And I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, I really don't know. You know what's funny though? The last thing I'll say about Tyson, the Karate Combat guys knows Tyson's daughter, and I might get Tyson's daughter to fight in the IFC. So if I get her to fight, I think it's his daughter. So if she fights in the IFC, then we may get Tyson attending IFC fight. That would be cool. So that's the one big benefit from that. Hey, look at VeChain. VeChain's doing pretty well. And his daughter's in crypto too. She works at some crypto DAO. That's the surprising thing. Oh, Robinhood is up 6% today too. All right, guys. I think that's it for today. Overall, it's a pretty darn good day. Bitcoin is consolidating. That's quite okay. I'm kind of glad Bitcoin is kind of consolidating right here. This is a giant move upwards. So this is good. It gives us time to accumulate. Okay? But right now, we got a lot of movement right now, guys. Your favorite XRP is going up. Cardano's going up. VeChain's going up. Algorand's going up. Hedera's going up. Solana's going up. Render's going up. What else is going up? Everything's going up right now, guys. This is kind of like a start of a mini altcoin season. You got some memes going up too. So it's looking fantastic, guys. Fantastic. MicroStrategy's going up. So what's not to like? So smash the like, subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys tonight. It might be even crazier tonight, okay? So I'll see you guys tonight, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, guys. Have a good one, and take a look at this before you leave.
What do you think about Ripple?
Well, I mean, I think it's too centralized, but I definitely want to meet Chris Larson.